It's Friday the 13th, August 2010. Thank you for tuning into The Bruiser. I'm Barron Matthews.
And I am Hans Olson.
This Friday on The Bruiser, we're going to be talking Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva last Saturday.
What a fight that was.
What a fight. Also, Randy, the Natural Couture versus James Lights Out Tony.
Lights out, baby.
What about Anderson Silva versus George St. Pierre? Could that happen? Who wants to see it? I want to see it. Could it happen? Let's get to the bottom of it. This Friday, Strike Force.
The Challenger Series.
11 p.m. on Showtime. Hans Boxing.
Friday night, Chris, the Nightmare, Arreola takes on Manuel Quezada. Chris trying to bounce back from his decision loss to Tomas Adamek back in April. Should be an exciting, action-packed fight. Also, Jean Pascal, Canadian, by way of Haiti, takes on Bad Chad Dawson for the vacant Ring Magazine title. The best fight you can make at 175 pounds. I don't know why everyone isn't talking about it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and, wait for it, Don King. I mean, stranger things have happened. This could be happening, and it's strange. We're going to get to the bottom of that and much, much more.
Don't miss this installment of
The Bruiser! The Bruiser! The Bruiser!
Thanks again for tuning into The Bruiser, so let's get right to it. Chael Sonnen versus Anderson the Spider Silva last Saturday. What a heartbreaker for Chael Sonnen. He essentially dominated all 5 rounds. That was the toughest Anderson Silva has clearly ever had. Hans, what do you think?
My impression of the fight is, where are both these guys? Anderson Silva, this was a bad night for him and a great night for Chael, or was Sonnen just that much better than Anderson?
I'm going to be honest with you. I hate that Anderson Silva won from his back. I hate that.
Yep,
I really hate that because Chael Sonnen dominated the fight. He got caught. Yes, Anderson is the better fighter because under the MMA rules, that's how you win. You can win several different ways.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of jiu-jitsu.
I'm less of a fan. I hate it.
People don't want to spend money watching a defensive fighter.
I know you are. I'll accept it. I hate it. I really wanted to see Chael Sonnen win. I love that he backed up every sentence of crap talk that he spoke before the fight. I think he's a great contender.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to come back. I think he has exposed Anderson Silva. And I don't think you're going to see Anderson Silva be anywhere near as dangerous as he has been in the past.
Now, and we're talking about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here. As much as I hate Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as a spectator, aesthetically, I think it's the worst form of mixed martial arts to watch.
Guys rolling around like homosexuals on the ground.
But I think it was employed in the fashion that it's meant for in this fight.
Many people will disagree with you and say, it's very, very technical. It's it takes a lot of discipline, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
I know it does.
I
get it. It does. And I'm agreeing with you here. I get it. It does. It does. I just hate to watch it. I don't think it's exciting.
Right.
I think it's a defensive tactic.
But he used it properly.
But, this wasn't a fight that happened in East Harlem. Someone wasn't trying to get his wallet or rape him. I'm sorry. This was a title fight.
Yes.
I guess, if you're Chael Sonnen, to be the champ, you got to really beat the champ, knock him out, submit him, or do whatever. If you're the champ and you want to defend, I guess you do whatever you can.
Yeah, and I think that Anderson, I think he did what he had to do to win. I don't think that it was by design. I don't think he expected as hard of a fight. We're looking at a guy who is, in a lot of people's minds, the consensus pound-for-pound best mixed martial arts fighter in the Western world, I think that Anderson Silva, he underestimated his opponent quite a bit going into this fight.
Did he underestimate him, or did Chael Sonnen get in his head, which was obviously his game plan?
And that's what I don't know. Styles make a lot of fights, and what was it that? Was it the trash talk? What was it? Was this just a great fight that we need to see a rematch to immediately?
As soon as possible. I think Chael Sonnen is still hungry. He said in the press conference after the fight, he is still hungry. He said Anderson Silva is like Chinese food. After you fight him, you want to fight him again 20 minutes later.
What a great line.
And yes,
good
I think
line.
He's a funny guy. I like his character. I want to see him again. I think he is a winner.
He had a very entertaining style because he brought the fight to Silva. He had him on his back, landed a lot of blows, controlled him the whole fight. You never get the sense that Silva was quite ready to go. You never get the sense like Brock Lesnar, Shane Carwin, everyone and their mother said, "Stop the fight. This fight's done. It's over. Stop." You never got that sense. You always get the sense that Silva was doing just enough to survive, and maybe he could hold it out. He was gonna lose a decision, but maybe he could pull something out. You never got the sense that Sonnen was gonna finish him. Do you think that maybe Chael Sonnen should have tried to finish him?
Chael Sonnen was tired, but he didn't look tired. He stayed busy because he controlled the fight. He was on top of Anderson pretty much.
He did
the whole
control
fight.
it, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe next time for the rematch, maybe he's going to work harder. I don't know. He seems to me the type of guy who is.
Well, the conditioning seemed good.
He
seemed
seemed
good.
like a workhorse. I just think he's a guy who, he didn't win that fight. He got caught. I think next time he wins it.
Now, the way that ending happened, what did you think of the controversy at the end?
Well, like I said before, I'm not a big fan of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm willing to accept it because I'm a big fan of the sport.
But you think he tapped?
He tapped.
Yeah, because that was the argument for a little bit.
He tapped. Chael Sonnen strikes me as the type of guy who's honest. He believed that Anderson Silva was actually hurt. He had a rib injury because he believed that Anderson wasn't as aggressive,
right.
wasn't as formidable as forthcoming as he had been previously, that he'd studied tapes on. So, yeah, I believe that. And, Chael Sonnen would have said if he didn't tap, and he didn't say that, so he did, and he was very heartbroken. I feel for him, but I believe next time we're going to see something different.
But a good night of fights. Great night of fights.
Great night of fights. All right, man.
Well,
Pascal?
Yeah, on Saturday night, HBO Championship Boxing has the best fight, and that's not interpreted opinion. This is the best fight you can make at 175 pounds.
Agreed.
Jean Pascal against bad Chad Dawson, the absolute best of the best of the division. Chad Dawson has walked through everybody. His only tough challenge seemed to be the first Glenn Johnson fight, which he avenged. Beat him soundly in the rematch. He beat Antonio Tarver twice. Other than that, he had a tough fight with Tomas Adamek, who we were talking about earlier. Other than getting dropped late and rebounding back, showing the heart of a champion, he has not been tested, and Jean Pascal may test him this weekend. Now, this fight is interesting for a few different reasons. It's interesting because, first of all, Jean Pascal is fighting to gain the WBC title, a title which was his, that for Alphabet Championship politics was taken away from him because he made the awful decision of fighting the best in the division on National Network TV, and for some reason that wasn't good enough for the WBC. So he's fighting for that title, and he's fighting for the Ring Magazine Championship, which most people view as the consensus title because it's not a sanctioning body. They only rank the best, and they only champion the best when it's vacant, and it's the first and second in the division, sometimes with a third. But Jean Pascal, Chad Dawson is a good fight, and Chad Dawson...
It's a great fight. Let's face it.
Yeah,
It's a great fight.
It is a great fight, and I think that Dawson can win this fight, but Pascal has such heart and determination. I don't think Chad Dawson's knocking him out. Jean Pascal has a good chance to win because he's in his hometown, his adopted hometown, Montreal, by way of Haiti. And Jean Pascal, he was a pound-for-pound guy. He went up the ranks. He almost won a title at 167, losing a spirited effort to Carl Froch over in England. Comes back, wins the WBC title. Jean Pascal is like a Roy Jones, just cagey, crafty. He's good. He has power. But he almost, some say, lacks that finisher mentality. Well, he'll put you on the mat, he'll win the round, but he won't quite finish you. That could hurt him in this fight, but he does have the hometown crowd.
We're looking at a war either way, let's face it.
Yeah, and the only question with Jean Pascal is he had shoulder surgery. Who knows where he is? Chad Dawson hasn't fought since last November. It is just a great fight. I think it's evenly matched. I slightly lean towards Chad Dawson. I would not be surprised at all if Jean Pascal eked out a decision. Just an awesome, great fight.
I agree
happening.
wholeheartedly. This is a hard one to call. The heart, the determination of both fighters. It's a great matchup. I'm extremely excited.